I'm sure you've driven a Toyota Camry or a Toyota Sienna minivan. In fact, I've reviewed them many times. They've got a great engine and a good little vehicles. Well, this particular vehicle uses the same V6 engine that are used in both the Camry and the Sienna. This is the Lotus Evora S. And this vehicle is a lightweight exotic sports car. Now, how much do you think you'd pay for one of these? $200,000 perhaps? $150,000? They're under $80,000, and they kick some of their competition right out of the water. In fact, we have driven this vehicle on and off-road, and the performance is pretty unbelievable. On tight, windy roads, the car maneuvers much like a go-kart. It sticks to the corners, and you can get some amazing speeds out of it. On the track at Laguna Seca, well, Matt Becker, who engineered the vehicle, blew us away with what the vehicle could do. And Matt told us some of the secrets they have in building the Evora.
Well, basically the idea of the car was to have a car that was more usable on an everyday basis. But in terms of the progression of the Evora, during the development we found a lot of useful information in terms of what areas we could improve on the car. So on the Evora S, obviously with increased performance, increased power, but also we've made some chassis changes as well to the suspension to make the car even better than it was. And if you've read any of the reviews or reports on the car, it's won a lot of rewards for its handling and dynamics. But the Evora S we've improved even further. What we are doing, as I think, is because we're a very small team, we can basically make all of the technologies work together very well. So you don't get separate departments doing, say, the brakes and separate departments doing the dynamics. We have one department that does all of them, so you can integrate the solution to give a more holistic feel. Where some other companies, they have the technology, but the car doesn't always feel as integrated as an Evora does. As I said earlier, we wanted to achieve a car that basically gave all the attributes of what a Lotus needs in terms of its dynamic behaviour, but also a car that, you know, the Elise is great fun, but maybe not a car you can live with on every day. People do, true enthusiasts do, but the Evora is something that you can live with on every day. You can drive it from England to the south of France. It's a very comfortable car, but you could also take it to the circuit like we are today and still has the handling and steering attributes which a Lotus requires. Closest competitors are a Cayman, Cayman S, Cayman R, but also into the 911 territory, because a Cayman doesn't have a 2+2 occupancy. Porsche 911 does, but in Europe we are significantly cheaper than a Porsche 911, but with the equivalent performance. We don't want to overprice the vehicle against its performance, but I think you'll agree when you look at the car, you look at, say, the equivalent Ferrari, which, you know, the car has equally good looks, will cost you way over $100,000 more. So you get all this exclusivity, but at a reasonable price as well.